Hello everyone, I'm back. It's been quite a while since I uploaded a video. Probably you were thinking that I was slumbering or something. But it's time for the channel to awaken again. I mean, we should take a look on our favorite Egyptian, space, skeleton, techno-necromancy patients. The Necrons. Okay, what do you have to know about Necrons? Usually, Necrons are slumbering in their tombs. But when they are awakened, the whole tomb world will awaken. How does a usual tomb world awakening looks like? Awaken my pharaohs! Yep, this was 100% lore accurate. These are these endlessly regenerating, almost indestructible constructs, half living, half dead, but 100% cool. And their weaponry is amazing. What about their box set? And this is that we are going to check on now. Combat Patrol Necrons. It costs $165 or 125 euros or 95 pounds. The value inside the kit is either $198 or 161.5 euros or 121.5 pounds. It's still a nice saving, although a little bit less than usually. What do you find inside this kit? 1 Necron Overlord, 10 Necron Warriors, 3 Canoptek Scarabs, 3 Skorpekh Destroyers and their small pet thingy, the plasma sight, and 1 Canoptek Doomstalker, the big walking cannon. Before we delve into these units, one thing that you have to know about Necrons. If your enemy faction is Necrons, that at the end of your command phase, each unit that has the Reanimation protocol's ability reanimates D3 wounds. Each time, a unit reanimates a wound. If the unit has 1 or 2 models that has fewer number of wounds than their maximum amount of wounds, so they are injured, then they can regain that amount of wounds. If all the models in your unit has their full wounds, so uninjured, you can resurrect 1 model with 1 wound. And after that, if you have any remaining wounds left from your roll, you can either heal this model, or if it's a 1 wound model, you can resurrect additional models. So, for example, you roll 3 on this D3, you can resurrect 3 Necron Warriors because they have only 1 wound. Or you can resurrect a Skorpekh Destroyer with 1 wound and you can heal 2 on that because of the remaining 2. Okay, that's it about the rule that you have to know. You regenerate, you resurrect. It's cool stuff. Okay, now let's check out the units in this kit. First of all, we will start with your hero. Necron Overlord. 1 model for 85 points. This model is a great leader for your army and he is very tough. It has good survivability. 2+ armor save, toughness 5, and 4+ invulnerable save with 6 wounds. Let's check out its weapons. You are able to choose between 3 types of weapons. The Overlord's Blade, the Staff of Light, and the Void Sight. We will go through these. First of all, we will check out the Overlord's Blade. With this weapon, your Overlord has 4 attacks. Hitting on a 2+, with the strength of 8, 3 points of armor penetration, and damage 2. Also, this weapon has the ability of devastating wounds. If you roll an unmodified wound roll of 6, your hit just goes straight through. No armor save, no invulnerable save. This weapon is ideal for killing Space Marines. And that's a good thing because you will meet a lot of them. Okay, let's check out the other option. Staff of Life. This weapon is versatile, however not that powerful. It offers you a shooting profile with the range of 18. 3 shots. Hitting on a 2+, with the strength of 5, 2 points of armor penetration, and damage 1. It also has a melee profile. With this one, you have 4 attacks. Hitting on a 2+, with the strength of 5, 2 points of armor penetration, and damage 1. So it's significantly weaker, however, you have 3 extra shots. So take it as you will. Your last option? Void Sight. If you pick this one is the heavy hitter. It has 3 attacks. Hitting on a 3+, with the strength of 12, 3 points of armor penetration, and damage 3. This weapon also has a devastating wounds ability. So if you roll an unmodified wound roll of 6, the damage just goes straight through. It's a cool thing to have. This weapon is really strong. However, it has few attacks. Not the best against hordes, but with this weapon, your 3 attacks that you have can even tear out chunks from vehicles or really big monsters. So this one isn't a bad choice either. Okay, there are 2 things, war gears maybe, that you are able to choose from. One of them is the Tracheon Arrow, and the other one is the Resurrection Orb. I will start with the Tracheon Arrow. Tracheon Arrow is a one-shot weapon. It has an immerse range of 72, so it can shoot through almost the whole map. But remember, only one shot. hitting on a 2+, with the strength of 16, 5 points of armor penetration, and damage d6 plus 2. While this is only one shot, it is a big shot. It can finish off tanks. In most cases they can't even make a saving throw against -5 armor penetration. It's an okay option, or even good. But your other option isn't bad either. Resurrection Orb. Once per battle, while the bearer is leading a unit. You can use this at the end of any phase. When you do that, reanimation protocols are activated, and you can roll a d6 instead of a d3 when you are doing so. But you can only resurrect a unit once per turn. So it's the best use in your opponent's turn. Okay, let's check out what kind of abilities does the Overlord have. First one, My Will Be Done. Once per battle round, one unit from your army with this ability can be targeted with a stratagem for 0 command points. And you can use it even if you already use this stratagem. However, quick thing to note, you can only use this ability on battle tactic stratagems. But a phase stratagem is really cool, anytime and every time. So it's a great thing to have. Other than that, it has Implacable Resilience. Each time when an attack is allocated to this model, you can subtract 1 from the attack's damage characteristic. So every time when this model takes damage, it takes 1 less, but not less than 1. And taking less damage is just a really strong ability. Okay, let's go to the next one. Canoptek Scarab's Swarm. 3 models for 40 points. These guys doesn't seem strong, and they aren't, but they are very useful. You have this unit of little Scarabs that are really fast, have a lot of wounds, they are able to deal some damage, but mostly they are really great to disrupt your opponent. First of all, let's check out their weapon options. Feeder Mandibles. Each Scarab Swarm has 6 attacks, hitting on a 5+, with the strength of 2, 0 points of armor penetration, and damage 1. Not very strong, but at least they have the lethal hits ability, which means every time when you roll an unmodified hit roll of 6, you're automatically wounding a target, so you don't have to roll a wound roll. That's nice, because their strength is bad. They have an ability called Self-Destruction. At the start of your fight phase, when this unit is in engagement range, you can select to destroy one model in this unit. And if you do, select one enemy unit that is within engagement range of these guys. Roll a d6. On a 1, nothing happens. On a 2 to 5, the enemy unit suffers d3 mortal wounds. And on a 6+, the enemy unit suffers 3 mortal wounds. It's a great deal, because at least one Scarab Swarm will resurrect in your next command phase, thanks to your reanimation protocols. However, one interesting thing, if you want to use this ability and you are targeting a vehicle, you can add 1 to your results. And that's nice, because you are going to always wound against vehicles. Okay, so they can boom and deal some damage. It can be good, especially if your opponent has invulnerable saves or really high armor save. Okay, let's check out the other ability. Chittering Swarm. While an enemy unit is within engagement range of these guys, it has to subtract 1 from its objective control characteristic. But it can be less than 1, so it can help out only a little to take away an enemy objective. Also, if there is a friendly Cryptek nearby, these guys gain 1 objective control. It's not much, but it's a nice thing to have. Okay, let's check out something more interesting. Necron Warriors. 10 models for 100 points. These guys are your basic troops. They are mediocre in everything, but they reanimate and they have good weapons, at least for shooting. Let's check out their weapons first. Ranged weapons. First one, Gauss Flare. This weapon has the range of 24. One shot, hitting on a 4+, with the strength of 4, 0 points of armor penetration, and damage 1. This weapon also has the lethal hits ability, so if you roll a hit roll of 6, you're automatically wounding the target. This is great because you can chip off wounds even from the hardest targets. And this weapon has another ability, Rapid Fire 1. So if the enemy is within half range, so within 12, you can add 1 to your shooting attacks. So in that case, every model will shoot twice, not just once. It's a great damage multiplier if something is nearby. You have another option, called Gauss Reaper. This weapon has a shorter range. It has only 12 inches. This weapon has 2 attacks, hitting on a 4+, with the strength of 4, 1 points of armor penetration, and damage 1. This weapon also has the lethal hits ability. So hit roll of 6 automatically wounds. Okay, so as you can see, there is 2 main differences. The Gauss Reaper has armor penetration, and it's better if the enemy is within 12. While the Gauss Flare has longer range, so it's better if the enemy is further away. But other than that, pick which one is better for your playstyle. Okay, let's check out their melee weapons. Close combat weapons. Each model can attack once, hitting on a 4+, with the strength of 4, 0 points of armor penetration, and damage 1. This is pretty meh. Maybe you can punch a few guardsmen to death, but that's it. Or take 1 or 2 wounds from a Space Marine. These guys are not meant for combat. Let's check out their abilities. Their number is Legion. Each time this unit uses reanimation protocols, you can reroll the dice, how many wounds they are reanimated. So basically you can make a few extra guys stand up. It's a nice thing to have, but if you have to rely on this one to win, probably you are not in the best situation. Let's go to the spicy ones. Skorpekh Destroyers. 3 models for 100 points. As you can see, this fine gentleman likes to be in melee. This is their happy place. Let's check out why. First of all, each of these models has the same weapon, Skorpekh Hyperphase Blades. With this, each model has 4 attacks, hitting on a 3+, with the strength of 7, 2 points of armor penetration, and damage 2. So they are really great elite killers, or Space Marine hunters, or things like that. If something that is not a vehicle or a monster is worth killing, send these guys. Let's check out their abilities. Whirling Onslaught. Each time when a model in this unit makes a melee attack, you can reroll the hit rolls of 1. That's nice. But if this unit made a charge move, you can reroll all of their hit rolls. Okay, let's check out their war gear abilities. Plasma Sight. For every 3 models you can have 1 Plasma Sight. And what does the Plasma Sight offer? Once per battle, for each Plasma Sight, you can use it when you select this unit to fight. You pick up one of the Plasma Sights, and if you do, until the end of the phase, your melee weapons has the ability of devastating wounds. So every wound roll of 6 goes straight through. No armor save, no invulnerable save. But that's it. A really potent melee unit. Also, they are quite fast for an infantry. Okay, and let's check out the last thing. Canoptek Doomstalker. Okay, as you can see, it has a big gun, so it's mostly a shooting unit. But let's check out how well can he shoot. Range weapons. Doomsday Blaster. So the big cannon. This weapon has the ability of Blast, which means when you are shooting at enemy unit, for every 5 models in that unit, you gain 1 extra attack. So if you are shooting at a big blob of enemies, it's even better. It also has the ability Heavy. So if this guy hasn't moved in this movement phase, then you can add 1 to your hit rolls. So this weapon has the range of 48. It has D6 plus 1 attack, plus the attacks from the blast. So it has at least 2 shot, but it can be 7 or even 11. Okay, this wasn't a commercial. This weapon hitting on a 4+, if it didn't move, hitting on a 3+, with the strength of 14, 3 points of armor penetration and damage 3. The strength of 14 is great because most things in the game will be wounded either on 2s or 3s. So it's a great strength. 3 points of armor penetration is great, most of the things will be able to save on 5s or 6s. And the damage 3 is also nice, because it can one-shot Terminators, Meganobs, nice big chunks from vehicles or monsters. Other than that, it has some smaller arms. Twin Gauss Flayers. This weapon has 3 abilities. Lethal hits, unmodified hit roll of 6, automatically wounding the target. It has rapid fire 1, so if the enemy that you are shooting at is within half range, you can shoot 1 extra time. And it has the ability of Twin Linked, which means you can reroll the wound rolls. Okay, it has so many great rules, but what can this weapon offer to us? It has the range of 24, 1 shot, hitting on a 4+, with the strength of 4, 0 points of armor penetration, and damage 1. Yes, this was anticlimactic. This many special rules for basically bolter or Gauss Flare shot. Okay, but still, a little anti-infantry fire if something comes nearby. Let's check out its melee profiles. Doomstalker Limbs. With this he can attack 3 times, hitting on a 4+, with the strength of 6, 0 points of armor penetration, and damage 1. So if the Doomstalker gets in melee, it can scratch, but probably it's stuck there. Okay, let's check out its abilities. Deadly Demise D3. So if this model dies, you roll a D6, and on a 6, it blows up and deals D3 mortal wounds, anything and everything within 6 inches of it. Other than that, it has reanimation protocols. So in each of your command phases, it can regenerate D3 wounds. It has an ability, Sentinel Construct. Each time when this unit selected to fire Overwatch, it will hit on an unmodified 5+, not a 6+. So it is better in Overwatch, but that ain't much. Let's check out its profile. It has a toughness of 8, so it's not very tough. However, the smaller arms can't really hurt it. It has an armor save of 3+, and an invulnerable save of 4+, which is great, because if the enemy is shooting even with the biggest cannons, laser destroyers to it, you will have a save on a 4+, and that's nice. The good thing is that it has 12 wounds, so it won't die too soon. Even better, because you can regenerate some of these wounds with your reanimation protocols. I'm not saying it's the tankiest thing in the world, but it's rather survivable for its point cost. However, one thing, if the Doomstalker takes too much damage, so it goes down to 4 wounds or below, you have to subtract 1 from its hit rolls. So yeah, if it takes too much damage, it gets a little bit worse. Okay, and one thing that I forgot to mention, the Canoptek Doomstalker is one model for 135 points. All in all, my opinion about this box set. The savings are not that great, but I like what's inside of this box set. It's not perfect, but it's great, because you have a melee threat in case of the Skorpekh Destroyers or your Necron Overlord. The Necron Overlord is able to lead the unit of the Necron Warriors, so they will be a little bit better and give the Lord some kind of protection, even though he is really tanky. You can resurrect models, and you have a big shooty thing. Probably this box set gives you a good or even a great starting point for Necrons or for an army, basically. You have your basic troops, something fast, something shooty, and something punchy. So you can try out everything and go on a route that you like the most. Probably this will be an unpopular opinion, but I would give this box set an 8 out of 10 because it just offers you so much. Yeah, probably there are better units and things like that, but for starting point, this is good. Okay, thank you for listening so much. If you like what I do, please consider liking, subscribing, or even both. And I hope I see you in the next one. See ya.